guys, Happy New Year! It's now 2019. I hope you all had a really good New Year's Eve, whatever you guys were up to. Also hope you had a lovely Christmas and had a great time with your friends and family. So this is a little bit of a different video for my usual ones, but I had a few requests from my new makeup Instagram account, which I will link in this video, to do this look for you. So basically it's a very natural kind of no makeup glowy look, which is kind of my favourite kind of go-to everyday look. I have been quite into quite a heavy eye look at the moment, kind of got back on the old winged eyeliner bandwagon. That was a look that I literally did for years and years and years, then kind of stopped doing it for a bit and then kind of remembered how much I liked it, so I started using that again. Also have got very overexcited with eye palettes at the moment. In particular, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've got the, which one have I got? I have got the Norvina palette and also the Renaissance palette. They are like, oh my god, my faves. So I got the Norvina one for Christmas. Also got a palette which I'm going to be talking about in this video as well. It's the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette, which I was very excited about. So as you can see, because I better get going because normally I ramble, I've got no makeup on right now, so barefaced for my first video of the new year, how it should be. So yes, I am all about kind of not super concealing your natural self, keeping kind of, you know, your natural features, just enhancing them and highlighting them really, as opposed to really heavily covering your whole face, kind of changing the shape of your face with different styles of makeup techniques. I'm just for kind of just adding to what you already naturally have. So I've got a few bits over here that are the bits that I used in my makeup picture and video clip yesterday on Instagram. The bases that I'm going to be using, so this is a firm favourite foundation. It is the La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. The shade I have is Linen. I don't think you can see that, but it is Linen 1-3. This is the most ridiculously expensive foundation I have ever purchased. I got it for myself as a 30th birthday present when I turned 30 last year now. It's really good. I'm not gonna lie and say no, it's not worth the money, because it's bloody amazing and I absolutely adore it. I do not use this every day because that would be silly using such an expensive foundation every day, but this is the kind of glow look that that I'm after at the moment. It's very on par with the Chantecaille Future Skin and Just Skin, so if you're a fan of those foundations, this is very similar. It really gives a lovely wear throughout the day, so when you've put it on, once it's like sunk into your skin, it's very natural, but it's very flawless, so it doesn't look like you've got tons of makeup on, and it just, as you kind of like your skin like kind of sweats throughout the day, it makes it look even nicer. So massive fan of this. Another kind of maybe slightly cheaper alternative, the Delilah Time Frame, I think they're called the Time Frame foundations. I think they're around the £30 mark, £35. They are really good. Again, that gives quite a glowy look, but this one is the one I'm using today. So first of all, I'm going to use a primer. I always use Delilah primer, but for this instance, it still is Delilah, but it's a glowing one. So this is called the Pure Light Liquid Radiance. So I've got clean hands. If you see me look this way, that's because I'm looking in my mirror. So I've just got kind of a pea-sized amount, and I'm just going to apply that just all over my face. Yeah, as you can see, my skin isn't looking too great either, but that is fine. I can sort that out with makeup. So as you can see, this just gives the skin a real glow. So it's not sparkly, it's just glowy. And that's the kind of glow from within look I'm trying to recreate here. So next up, I'm actually going to go in with concealer. So the one that I really like using, as you can see the tin's quite battered, is this RMS. The shade I use, I'm pretty pale at the moment, it's actually 00, and it's the Uncover Up. It's a really good concealer. I think one of the main ingredients in it is actually coconut oil, so if you are allergic to any kind of coconut oily products, this probably one isn't for you, but I like it because it's natural. It uses natural ingredients, and I'm all for finding products that are kind of more better for your skin. So as you can see, I'm just kind of going around my eyes. I do actually put concealer on my eyes as well, just to kind of even out the tone. I'm also going to go in with any kind of blemishes that I have. I've talked about quite a lot in my videos that I do tend to get blemishes around my jawline, which is very hormonal, and that just seems to be something that I suffer with. I do have a new skincare routine that has really changed my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but it really has. It's really changed my skin. So that's going to be for another video, as I'm not going to have enough time to talk about it now. Okay, so next up I'm going to put my foundation on. Got the La Mer. I'm going to use 1.5 pumps, and I'm going to use a flat foundation brush. This is the Spectrum A03, just a flat brush. So I'm going to get the product and literally just start applying all over my face. Now I have tried this foundation with quite a few other tools, and this flat brush is my favourite. I've tried it with a beauty blender, like, yeah, that was quite nice. Also a flat top kind of buffing brush, but this, I feel, is my favourite way to apply this foundation. You could always use your fingers if that's your preferred way. So as you can see, it just, I adore this foundation. It's just a really natural look. Okay. So yeah, as you can still see kind of my imperfections, you can see kind of my freckles, but we're not going for the kind of look where you're concealing everything, because you still want to show your kind of natural kind of beauty through the makeup. So I'm actually just going to go in and put just a teeny tiny bit more, just like literally like a smidge. I'm going to go in kind of around my cheek area where I have quite a lot of pores, also back on my nose and down my kind of jawline and chin. I'd say colour wise I could probably be a shade lighter, but you know, this foundation is ridiculously expensive, so this colour is going to work for me for whatever occasion. I also tend to mix foundations as well, so I will just mix a darker one or a lighter one with something. So this is the finished look foundation wise. Now I'm going to go in with a bit of contour. So this is a Real Techniques brush, it's just a stippling kind of flat brush. I'm going to be using the Benefit Hoola Quick Contour Stick. Just going to very lightly contour. I don't really go too mad with contouring because I don't really want to change my whole face shape, but I do like accentuating my cheekbones, so I will go kind of underneath that bone line and downwards, same on that side too, and I literally just do there. So then with kind of a blending brush, I then just blend out like that. Wearing very silly earrings to be doing this, but oh well. I chose to wear them. There we go. So, as you can see, quite a glowy look so far. So now I'm going to go in with a bronzer. The bronzer that I'm using is this Inica Mineral Bronzer, shade number 2. So I'm just going to go kind of up my cheekbones and around kind of where the sun would kind of naturally fall on my face. So that's kind of cheekbones, sweeping up kind of my temples, a little bit on my chin, down my nose. And then I will also take this bronzer down my neck, just so I match everywhere. Okay, so I think that's about enough bronzer, as we don't want to go too bananas. I'm now gonna set what I've put on my face with my powder. This is the powder I'm using at the moment. Oh my god, it's amazing. Absolutely adore it. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish #1 Fair. So I'm just going to quickly put that. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough. Now we're going to go in for the brows. So I'm just going to literally just brush my brows upwards. And I'm using the Glossier Boy Brow shade brown. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I adore it. I think it's brilliant. Really does the job. I like big brows. I don't like spending 5 hours drawing them in, as it's boring. I get like, you know, I've gone through phases of my life of using kind of brow pencils, brow powders, and sometimes you just end up doing your brows for like 5-10 minutes, and I don't have that amount of time, especially in the morning, to be doing that for too long, and that just does it super quickly. Couldn't recommend this Glossier product enough. So now for the glow, I'm going to be using my gingerbread palette and also some Vaseline. So the shade I'm going to use is actually this one. It is called Frostbite Me. So it kind of looks like that. It's very, very sparkly. So for a while I was thinking when I got this, like, how am I going to use it? It's a bit much. So then I mixed it with some Vaseline and it made this beautiful highlighter. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm literally Vaseline on my finger. This product that I've just put on my hand, I'm going to add a little bit more. Just mix it together. And then I'm going to apply it on my cheekbones. And I'm just getting a bit more. I'm also going to put a little bit over my eyes. Down my nose. And on my lips. And as you can see, super glowy. I'm going to finish off the look with mascara. Just on my top lash line and just going outwards just to kind of give the illusion of kind of like flickery pretty eyes. And that is the finished look. I hope you all like it. Thanks, bye!